Welcome back, Five Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, Five Aces here. Welcome to what is essentially the Wild West of the digital age. What is that all about? Allow me to elaborate. I'm just in the process of grading my finals essays of my students, and I've got a stack of 30 sitting on my desk. It's slowly starting to deplete, but that's not the point. The topic was respect on the internet, and most people, they were supposed to just take on a position. Most people were just like, yeah, respect on the internet is important, and we all should be nicer to each other. And then there was this one guy who was just not afraid to be a contrarian, like super smart guy. He's already 20 sitting in my classes, and he was basically saying, suck it up, buttercup. People on the internet are going to be shit to each other, learn to live with it, and basically life's tough. And his final sentence, his closing statement in his final essay was literally, the internet is the Wild West of the digital age. So if anybody were to insult you, learn to live with it, learn to deal with it, or suffer the consequences. So that was kind of hilarious. So with that out of the way, we are in the digital Wild West with Mr. Mo, and he is gonna be fighting against someone who has been tearing up competitive. Oh no, Mo already up for a very, very bad start here. He's already gotten his power sniped. So this is a Soviet versus Soviet, or more precisely, Ukraine versus Ukraine mirror. And you know what? Grenadier rushes on both sides, because why the hell not? Oh my goodness, I think this player even had... Oh, okay, got a flame tower now. He even basically had the field defense ready, but chose not to pop it. Oh, anyway, the player in question is gonna be Mr. Creo, and he is tangoing here with Mr. Mo. Really nice, and Creo has been taking names. He has been taking competitive in Storm, but is only one of two players who have managed to accomplish that in season number, 13, 14, 15, kind of lost track there. Yeah, it's been an absolute stomp fest thus far, especially from those two players, but it is still very competitive in the upper echelon. I'm probably going to display a current standing in the meantime on the screen, because I really think that's super interesting. Yeah, Creo, I don't know anything about him yet, other than that his scoreline is really good, but, that doesn't mean that he has won every game. So it's still going to be very exciting to see new players take the competitive, and maybe he's just gotten all the easy matches out of the way. Not that Mo is an easy match, but look, this is not a naval map. Look, you can't fit a single naval yard anywhere. The map makers have made sure with the addition of those ice sheets that there is no naval play possible, and thus Mo is inherently disadvantaged. But that just as an aside. This map here is called Yukon territory. We have seen it before. We have seen it, and I've deemed it worthy. So, now that after this early game everything is starting to calm down a little, how's it going? How is life treating you? It's been really good here. Really sleepless nights due to the baby, but at the same rate, it's also close to the summer holidays, so most of the exams and essays are graded, and things are starting to somewhat normalize. And I even found time to do some gardening work, which is pretty cool. We finally got something that we would have never accomplished in Vienna in a million years. We have a garden. And that's one of the biggest perks of living on the countryside. One of the only perks, to be fair, but it is what it is. And so I've just yesterday I was raking the garden and planting climbing zucchinis, as well as a fig tree, which is gonna be pretty cool as soon as that bears fruit, which is probably gonna be in 5 years, but hey. Yeah, now back to the game at hand. We've got ourselves a very defensive position for Mr. Mo. A defensive platoon coming out, if you will. And he's trying to make up for his early game blunder by just pumping out harvesters. He's gonna be super far behind though. Going for an APC. Does he build? Nah, it's just one scouting APC. Just a safety build, if nothing else. And Creo is starting to posture onto Mo's base. And that on this side of the map, there's basically no defenses just yet. It's also up to triple barracks, but no MCV just yet. MCV is going to be already deployed for Creo, and that's the power of the early game power snipe. That puts you behind so far. Even if it's not monetarily, it's mostly just the build timing. He's also on 3 harvesters. That is a terrible economy. What the actual crap? He's on 3 harvesters. Did that put him behind this far? Really? Or was that mismanagement of the higher order? Was that just a macro fail? Maybe his econ was stalling. What, because it was building too many expensive rockets? But he only has 5. So I'm wondering, I'm struggling, where did the money go? Usually around this time you would have 5 harvesters at minimum. He doesn't even have expansion yet. It's a terrible position for Mo to be in. Let's be clear, this is... Ooh, there's also a Grenadier still waiting in the wings. He's playing defense, and this game is looking done and dusted. He's on 4 harvesters. He's basically surrounded. His army count is half of Creo's without much of an engagement in the early game anyway. He lost a little bit, but not too much. And the early game Gren Rush, he did that off of a double refinery build, so he should have been fine monetarily speaking. Oh, camping out the ore truck. Oh no, it's a Tesla coil. Oh, not like this. And then there is also a Grenadier in your backlines. Oh, this is going from bad to worse for Mo. He's sending the entire platoon to deal with this one Gren. Alrighty. Alright, cool stuff. The only armored vehicle has bitten the dust. Mo, you are not long for this world. This is just not looking good at all. Pretty big macro fail, it looks like. There is a saturated expansion out for Creo. And say what you will, but this game was one-sided. Let's hope for a better game 2, because this is basically on the wraps already. We're just waiting for the bell to toll. For Mr. Mo, who has now harvested out his main base and is now on 5 harvesters. But no MCV just yet. My goodness, we're on minute 7:30. How did it come to this? Oh, Radar Dome is already out for Creo as well, because he's got the advanced power plant tech unlocked. Yep, here on the expansion. Pretty exposed, but not against a player who is this far behind. That's completely fine. Yep. 5 harvesters still. And he is still broke. Mo, you messed up somewhere. Big time. That is his first MCV out here. Ooh. All the riflemen marching in unison. I've never seen the animations sync up quite like this. Usually they have like different cycles in the animation, or are in different parts of the animation cycle. Doesn't look that in unison. But that was just complete goose stepping. 4 tanks supported by a platoon of rockets. Yeah, this is gonna tear through the base on both sides. There's just no stopping this. No matter how convincing a wall of flame is gonna be. Oh, there's also a V2 on defensive duty. That's just beautiful. Double Tesla coil. Oh, he's powered this one down. Yep, I suspect. Ra 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 goes the Yak. He's being sacrificed for the higher order. A higher order shall reign. Bonus points for those of you who get the unit quote right. Which unit said it? Who said it better? A higher order shall reign. Yeah, GG. That was just... I don't know where it all went wrong for Mo. That was not his usual form. He must have messed up something big time in terms of his macro. Alright, with that out of the way, we're going to go back to game 2. And after that, unfortunately, I'll have to take a little break for grading some exams and taking my kid for a walk. But we'll be back. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Alright, Creo versus Mo. Lap 2 on Duskwood. This is the map that looks a little bit gloomy. We're gonna disable the shroud so we can admire it. Yeah, that's the autumn tile set. It looks kind of wrongish if you zoom out all the way, because some of the patterns just strain the eye a little. But it looks really good when you zoom in. It looks very toxic and poisonous. Oof. Also, the sandbag walls being recolored, I think that looks like a very nice natural fit. Looks like they were damp. Looks like there's been a flood or something of the likes. This is the map where you can lose your forward command extremely easily. And I remember the game last week featured that prominently, where one of the players lost the forward command to a capture of all things. By the way, it didn't actually matter because in the end they lost anyway. But it was an interesting play. So let us analyze Creo's playstyle, because I haven't really gone over that all too much. There was too much side content to take care of. Seems to be a proponent of the double refinery build. And I mean, you can't really judge that off of 2 games, but 2 for 2 so far. Let's keep an eye out for that. And appears to be not unwilling to rush or do some cheesy stuff, because the Grenadiers worked really well in the first game. Just finding the way into the power plants of Mo and crippling his base. Mo is going for the right hand side and trying to take the comm center. I'm not sure what the idea is here. The comm center doesn't really offer a strategic advantage. It is nice, sure, but at the end of the day, it just gives you a little bit of intel. You can't really build anything there. Oof. Also, this engineer going in naked, basically saying, "Cap me, buddy." I love how he just raises his arm. This Grenadiers are doing the same. I think they just recycled the animation. Just look at this. What is he doing there? Raising his arm and just threatening the building with a wrench, and then he's doing push-ups. Like, this engineer must be buff. This is not just a random techie. This guy is working out, doing some massive push-ups. Despite all of that, though, he doesn't have body armor. Alright, what's Creo's game plan? Oh, let's, by the way, look. Is he registered? Yeah, he's registered as Creo. So, chances are it's not a Smurf. He has built his war factory. Oh, wait. Oh, no, okay. That's an interesting build. That is super smart on this map. You take your forward command early, you go double refinery, but you build your second harvester immediately on the gem patch. That way you've both got the gems covered. You've got double refinery, so you've got econ to pump out stuff. But you also get to skip your first, or just delay your first MCV if you wish to go for more tanks instead. That is a super smart move on this map. I like it. Creo's Admiral Mo has taken the comm center. He may be able to get the second comm center as well if he exfiltrates with the engineer. Oh no. Creo has taken the corner Derek and is now gonna find himself a little snack as well. Yep. Is he gonna get the crush? Doesn't really matter. Okay, at least the engineer from Mo exfiltrates safely, so not as bad as it could have been. The rifles are inevitably gonna be run down by the APC. It's got a lot of chasing power, but crucially retains the engineer. That guy's college degree cost a lot more than the forced conscripts. You know, Soviet Russia did have conscription. Soviet Russia does, by the way, still have conscriptions. I believe one of the last countries. Next to it is in prominent, like, it's got some prominent neighbors there in terms of policy, and one of them being Austria. Yep, we're one of the last states in the world that have mandatory forced conscription for all male citizens. Israel does have it. Russia, I believe, has it, and North Korea has it. And then a whole lot of other countries that you never want to share a list with. I mean, Israel being the only exception, but Israel is like a special case due to its due to the extenuated circumstances in the neighborhood. But let's not get too political. Comm center is taken down, and a solid infantry corps is roaming around this time around. Ooh. APC is bringing itself into position to deliver an engineer. Mo is... Oh! Mo is all the wiser. APC just barely gets away on a sliver. If he could catch that, that's quite the price. Wait, there is another unit in there? Is that double engineer? Starting to look like it. Creo is marching forward. Just encroaching onto the base. Man, this APC. Wait, I think the counter APC for Mo is going to be able to get it. Maybe even the rifle can kill it. Let's see. Yes! Oh my goodness. The rifleman, he has trained for this all his life. Just taking down an armored personal carrier with an AK-47. That is dedication. And a lot of luck, but hey. Yeah, I really like the idea, and the idea from Creo to take the early gem miner, basically with the first engineer. Mo has now done likewise. He has reciprocated in kind. Mo does have a solid armor this time around. It's Creo yet again with the early tech. I don't think Creo is Despro, right? But the propensity for early tech builds, he is a... I looked at the standings table, and the standings table does disclose him as Creo, not as Despro. So I'm just not sure it's him. Creo is out of position. Like, real bad out of position. Okay, if Mo pulls the trigger here, he is absolutely going to be steamrolling all over the base. Oh, Mo's waiting for the reinforcements. It's got the MCV with him. That is a really smart move. I dig, I dig. He is pushing in, and he's got the forces necessary. Oh, this could be really good. No Tesla coil, but that's fine. Tanks are drying up. Tesla coil, not long for this world. Oh my goodness, there's a V2. Some sick blanket fire. And the flame towers have done their job as well. Oh, he's going for the airfield. Okay, not the worst move, to be honest. That is a smart move. He should kill the comm center. He's like, wait, we've had some lag there. Never had any lag. Oh, the V2s have been really good thus far. If only he knew he could push in easily. Yeah, he needs to kill the forward command center. Oh! Man, he's taking a beating from the V2s though. Really, really solid V2. Oh, Creo has kind of found the window back into the game. Instead of going back and defending, yeah, he's saying to himself, counter-aggression is the right recipe for this. If you're in my base, I'm gonna get into your base, stab. Very, very well played. The War Factory is gonna fall as well, so no vehicles for Mo for the time being. I think, yeah, Mo is taking the shorter end of the trade here. Plus the V2s have done such a number. Ooh, the ore truck from Mo also got zapped. And Creo has built yet another radar dome. Flamers are coming out from Mo, I'm not sure what that's about. They're not very good at chasing, as evidenced here. So Mo is on 6 harvesters, but only one, well, 7 harvesters, but only 1 patch. What an awkward position to be in. It kind of came to bite him in the arse that he didn't kill the second airfield, because there's now Yaks out. And the good old Yak plus V2 combo is just insane. Such great creative play here. I really dig what Creo's been doing. He's not let loose. Instead of defending, like I think most players would have defended at that point. He's just going for the counter-aggression. That was a really, really good choice. Okay, the army from Creo is pushing out. Trying to get rid of some of the base crawl. And what do we have on the other side of the map? I think for now Mo has army superiority. No, he doesn't. He absolutely doesn't. Oh, that's overkill. Okay, back to life, back to the productions tab. Back to what matters. There's the radar dome. This time around he did not build it on the front lines. Wow, that was a good strafe. Also the flamers are not really gonna cut the mustard here. They're not really gonna be able to do their jobs because V2 threat, V2 pressure is too high to really do anything from the backlines, and they're not going to be able to take down the Yaks. Unlike rockets, despite them being at the same price point. Oh, Creo does have build radius here. He built the... That is his original MCV, he just relocated it up north. Good call. Really good call. Mo has no way of answering the V2s for now. This is going to be such a problem for him. Another 2 harvesters dying to this flank here. That was just 2 tanks. Mo is now relegated to building APCs because of a distinct lack of a service depot. This is not boding well for him at all. How does he get back into this? He's gonna be struggling for quite a while. APCs, maybe just to fake him out. Just draw the fire of the V2s. Those are indeed empty. I've zoomed in all the way and the pips are empty. This is just an elaborate ruse. Was that just a scouting round? That was a hell of an expensive scouting round. And they didn't have really anything in the backhand after this, huh? No backup strat. I was just straight up 1700 donated over. It's like, I'm feeling generous. This ain't no naval map, so I'm donating all my resources over. There is no comeback money here. Unlike in some other RTS, where you get more money if you're behind. We're again seeing a very synced up army. Without a single front line, by the way. Man, just a single APC could have done so much to mitigate the damage. In go the Yucks. Oh my goodness, the strafes have been insane. Oh, this is just terrible. The Yuck strafes, they are so cost efficient. Even if the Yucks die because they are, they're just paper bags filled with explosives. But man, Mo has no backline mining left. This tank is still left alone. He's killed another harvester. There's 3, 4, 5, 6 harvesters remaining for Mo. That's not too bad. But still, he is under a lot of pressure because the enemy has 10. There's gonna be a flame tower forced. Tesla coil even. Completely useless Tesla coil being forced here. Need to sell this immediately. Flak truck. I like the addition of at least 1 or 2 flak trucks. Against the Yaks, that is probably the smartest choice. Makes it very zone denial heavy. Man, the V2s. Creo only ever built 3 V2s, he did not overcommit. There is now a massive flock of Yaks out, already up to 4. Down to 3 we are. He's lining him up. Stop command has been issued. Down to 2. Yeah, not the best cost-efficient trade. Down to 1. And off we go. Sending them off with a crash. Also a nice flank from the mobile flag, ensuring that they can't go anywhere. But really doesn't matter because Creo's so far ahead. His army has taken a dip, but is still more than twice as large. What about support powers? Creo is up to Iron Curtain. I completely missed it, but it's got the tech center up. Is it gonna be mammoths? No, it's gonna be... Okay, it is gonna be mammoths, never mind. I actually don't like the choice all too much. This is a large map and they take so long to rotate. I would go for a heavy plus V2 combo. Personally. V2's out from Mo this time around. No. No force fire. Mo at least manages to kill 1 ore truck and gets away with the tank as well, so he's just drawing a little bit of fire for the time being. Not too bad. 3 Yucks up in the air again. Shock troopers. Actually, this is not a good composition at all. This is a super slow death ball composition. Even if you manage to get some good trades in, there just needs to be 1 V2. And 1 V2 is gonna completely obliterate all your hopes and dreams. Because firing it into a stack of shock troopers is just a death sentence. Ooh. Also, the Shocky just got revealed. That was a miss. Shocky versus Tesla Coil. Who will win? And yeah, you can see they just get obliterated the same as every other infantry unit. And their cost efficiency against... if they don't get to free fire, the cost efficiency is terrible. And up to 5 Yaks again, 5 airfields. At this stage I would be going for MiGs. MiGs and going harvester hunting would absolutely cripple Mo. Would be a much better choice, but I guess he's just going for an alpha strike on something. Maybe the Conyard. Maybe the tech. He's got options, he's got plenty of options. Up to 6 Yaks now. The armies should have somewhat evened out, but still... Oh my goodness! The V2s! They are too strong! Mo, my friend, you need some scouting, you need some peripheral vision before you go in. Oh! Man, he was almost in minimum range. If you're underneath minimum range of the Yaks, then it just lights out for them. They can't really do anything. Counter tech center for Mo. I don't know, my friend. I don't know. Lots of Yaks falling out of the sky, but that's completely fine. He has traded for a kill on the ore mine and the harvester. Plus, the other harvester is being taken under siege as well. Mo did not lose a harvester yet here on this side. So he's still in this. Okay, not too bad. The chase down is coming out. And on this side we've got just 3 more tanks. These Shockies plus the Mammoth Death Ball. Shockies are actually faster than the Mammoths. It's so weird. Just imagine being on foot and wielding a, I don't know what it is, a voltaic generator, like a 40-pound voltaic generator, and you still are outpacing tanks. You're outpacing the entire main battle tank, like advanced main battle tank line of your faction. That just doesn't make sense. I would be feeling good about my stamina there, but I would be feeling bad about the tech simultaneously. Just a little bit worried. Just like just like a certain country should be in real life. Yep, V2's doing a number on the Sharks. Here goes the anchor. Oh, Mo, please split your units. Oh, it's a good split. Look at the cost efficiency. It's barely even there. Oh, it's good against infantry, don't get me wrong. Yeah, out come the Yaks, and all they need to do is line up and free fire. Yaks are just a perfect counter to this. Good night, sweet prince. Do not fight into the Mammoth tank. That is just a waste of good Yaks. Okay, those two Mammoths are getting out. He has basically delivered the entire shock ball up for grabs. Oh! Oh my goodness, the flags! They are doing a number. They're doing some heavy lifting here. I think he did spot the move out of the Yaks. Oh, there's a SAM site as well. That's all the air units from Creo down. That hurts my soul. There's a lot of flag trucks here. What are you doing? Mo, please, no. Do not sack them like this. Another harvester down. However... Oh, the armies have almost approximated in value. This is a long game, and this is a tier 3 game. I dig. Nuke Missile is coming out for Creo, as well as a 3rd war factory. No, a 4th war factory, so he's going to be production speed capped. At this point you need something else. Against this mass amount of mammoths, what you need is heavies. Sounds weird, but mammoths are actually being out DPS bang for buck by the heavies. Oh, on the chase they're going to be so good. Oh, this army retreating without a front line. It's getting really bad for Mo. Some of the tanks are being split off. I dig that idea. Right into the waiting arms of a Shaki. Their anti-armor damage has been significantly gutted though. In the past, I don't know, 10 patches ago or something. Preemptive pullback of the ore trucks, really good. Some really good map awareness from Creo. The real estate has kind of evened out, but the mining bases haven't. Oh, I heard something there. Wait. Oh, I missed that, but that must have been a parabombing round, because look at the health of the mammoths, look at the absence of shock troopers. Yep, that was a parabombing round indeed. Despite being slightly nerfed, it still is pretty good. The nuke silo is ready. Oh, are we gonna be seeing a nuke? We haven't seen one in for ages, let alone in RAGL. V2 is coming forward a little, just a little ballsy. Oh, another harvester has been found just by those 2 tanks. Corner Derrick for Creo is still producing. Corner Derrick for Mo no longer existing. Okay, so Mo's game plan, if I were him, you can't really rely on an Iron Curtain bust, because your opponent does have an Iron Curtain as well. So what I would do is scout with the Yaks, scout the entire map and look for weaknesses. For example, this Conyard is relatively vulnerable, as is this mining base. These would be some spots where you can attack. Just waiting. Huh? Oh no. Mo! You had one job, you uncurtained your flame tower. That is just an objectively bad choice, because really, what's your opponent gonna do? You think he's gonna stay there and fight that invulnerable flame tower for 20 seconds? Fuck no. Opponent is just gonna right-click away from that. So, committing to Iron Curtaining defenses only makes sense in one context, and that is if your opponent is already committed into the attack and can't retreat anymore, and you've got an army to chase them down with. Because if you don't have an army to chase them down with, well, what are they gonna do? Just send them away. If they have any semblance of, they have brain activity as well as map awareness. Man, what a waste of a good curtain. Oh, the comm center, by the way, it hasn't been captured, but it would give some sick vision. Just check. Yeah, this would actually be worth taking. Not even joking here. Okay, let's go back into live. Mo with the counter mammoth tank, so he can fight for a little bit, but he's ultimately very, very far behind. Plus, no more parabombs for him. His harvesters are just getting blasted left, right, and center. He should send some of the harvesters here. One harvester left. 1 under 10 harvesters. I don't think I've ever seen a disparity this high. There is only 1 harvester on the gem mines. Buddy, you need to do some serious heavy lifting, and also recommend a Union strike. Because at that point, you are just cannon fodder. Yep, in goes the curtain. Out go most chances of winning this game, and by out I mean out the window. Oh my lord, the shockers actually weren't that helpful. They were not too good, but still. They just did enough, barely enough. On this side, again, oh, he's curtaining something he certainly has no right curtaining. This isn't even a field defense, this is just a Conyard. Yeah, Creo's just gonna sit there. G to the G. What a wild game though. Creo winning, and he didn't have the easiest of times this game. It Mo certainly gave him a run for his money. That was a highly entertaining game. Shockies, tier 3, parabombs, even a missile silo, even though it didn't really come through. Some iron curtains. Oh, that is enjoyable. Okay, we are gonna be watching Creo's career with great interest. We're gonna watch his trajectory unfold on the RGL scoreboard. We're just gonna watch the impact he has right now. He is looking very strong, as well as somebody else whom I'm gonna highlight next week. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And if you want, share your best gardening tips, because I'm in the mood for it. Thanks for watching. This is Country Life 5 Aces signing out. See you next week. Have a good one.
Battle control terminated.